Hello, Pisces. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. I hope you're doing well today. Let's take a look at what you don't see coming for the week of October 26, 2025. If I can get your cards to shuffle. Let's see what you don't see coming in the week ahead. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. So if you have Pisces in any of those placements, odds are there's a message in this reading for you. Also, keep in mind, this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't, and be sure to check out your other placements. I feel like you have a lot going on this week. Suddenly I can't shuffle the cards. Let's see what comes out in the reading for you. So for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus, tapping into the Piscean collective, what do they not see coming for the week of October 26, 2025? What do they not see coming? I feel like you have a lot going on this week. Thank you. In their head, overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. Bottom of the deck, hooked. And behind that, we have clout hungry. So clout hungry is not my favorite card out of the deck. I'm a Gemini. I think we had that card a week or two ago. It's someone who says anything or does anything. Now, sometimes it could be like someone's trying to get back into your good graces and they're saying or doing anything to be apologetic. And that might not be the healthiest way to get back into someone's good graces, but it would be like someone trying to go overboard. The negative meaning of that card would be someone's just like literally making crap up, like trying to gaslight you or lie to you or manipulate you in some way. So let's see where we're going with this message. This is obviously someone who's overthinking, stress, and overanalyzing a situation or environment or connection that they had with you or some type of negative experience here. You're attached to this person, hooked. So you could feel like no matter what I do, I just can't get rid of this person. Could be something like that for some of you, where you feel karmically hooked or attached to this person. Or you're in the process maybe of even unhooking yourself from this person. All right, let's see where we go with the message. Why is in their head, overthinking, stress, overanalyzing, and hooked here for Pisces? Why is this something they don't see coming this week? Just saw the Devil card. We'll see if that wants to make an appearance again. One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, we have Page of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles. The Devil card wanted to show itself. And we have the Queen of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Five of Wands. I feel like if last week's message resonated for you, this is kind of like a continuation. That's not all the time, typically that's not how tarot works. It's not like a soap opera and you come back in next week, because I'm reading for the collective, right? That's what tarot readers do. And so it's hit or miss. Sometimes it's your message, sometimes it's not. And then you got to check out another placement. But I feel like this is sort of riding along that for the same group of you that were on that timeline last week, where you were dealing with something that was stressful and you had someone trying to get one over on you, and you were going to, I believe if I remember the reading correctly, you were trying to plan or strategize a way to, like, I don't want to say get one over on them, but to like beat them at their own game type of thing. And I feel like if that message resonated for you, this is a continuation of that. So your energy this week, and I'm going to clarify, but first couple of cards in the deck, typically the energy of the person I'm reading for, and then this is what they're dealing with this week. Page of Cups, Six of Pentacles. I actually feel like your mood is good. I feel like your mood is flirty. I think it's fun. I think you have a lot going on, but I think you're handling it, and I think you're handling it well. I think you're looking for anything you can connect with that will give back to you equally what you give to it, person, place, or thing. If it brings joy or a smile on your face or happiness in your heart, it looks like this week you want to invest in it. You're also investing in yourself this week. Now, I don't know if you're doing a spa day at home, somewhere else, or you're buying yourself something nice. But Devil to the Queen of Wands for your energy. This is, I look good, I smell good, I feel good, I'm taking care of myself, I'm feeling sexy, I'm feeling sexual. Maybe some of you, you're taking care of yourself this week, or if you have a partner, you're doing that with them. This is kind of glow up energy. I'm not taking the Devil here as too much of a toxic energy. Every card in tarot has a high vibration, a low vibration. And so far, and again, I'm going to clarify, as your energy, I think this is pretty high vibe here. Okay, taking care of yourself, taking care of business, whatever strategy you created last week or you contemplated last week, it looks like this week you're determined to be successful with it. Definitely taking better care of yourself this week. Tell me more about Pisces energy this week. One more shuffle. Thank you. Some of you could also be like waiting or expecting an opportunity, an offer, a payout, a gift, something like that. But maybe for one of you watching, but someone here watching is like waiting, kind of waiting for that. You have the moon, you have the 9 of wands, and you have the page of pentacles, bottom of the deck, the fool card. So whatever transpired last week or has been going on, has it left you wounded or weary or feeling a bit battered? It has, but you are persevering through it. Again, I feel like you're being generous with yourself this week. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling like you're buying yourself something or you're spending money on yourself. There's an investment in self here, and particularly like an investment in self-care. That could even just be like talking to a therapist or watching your favorite show on TV or making time to paint your nails or smoke your favorite cigar. There's something here of I'm feeling very emotional and I'm a bit wounded and I'm a bit weary because of what I've been going through. So this week I want to invest a little bit more into myself or doing things again that make me feel good. Simultaneously, you are waiting for communication, offer, opportunity to come in. You're waiting to receive something here. Okay. Let's clarify that devil to the Queen of Wands, because again, I feel like that's your energy as well. Someone watching could be watching. Someone watching this video could be watching too much tarot as well. I don't know why, and maybe that's because you're looking for an answer to what it is here that you're waiting for. Your time would probably be better utilized manifesting the outcome you want, as opposed to just watching tarot, because collective readings are just that, they're collective in nature, and they could be giving you false information, and not saying that the reading is false, but it might not be exactly what is coming to you or exactly that you want, because again, it's not an individualized or personalized reading. So if you are watching too much tarot because you're waiting to see what happens next, I feel like your time would be better used focused on yourself and also focus on manifesting the outcome you want instead of turning to tarot to see what the outcome will be, because again, you're part of the collective, but it doesn't mean that every message is yours. And this might tell you you're not getting something, and meanwhile you are. But if you start believing you're not getting it because of a tarot reading, then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, and your negative thoughts will become a reality. One Pisces watching had to hear that. Okay, devil to the Queen of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the 6 of Wands, we have the 8 of Cups, and we have the Magician. Exactly what I was saying. Some of you could be watching too much tarot, right? This is kind of sorcerer vibes. Not that I'm a sorcerer or the tarot readers are a sorcerer, but this is kind of like tuning into someone else to see what the outcome of a particular situation, environment, or connection will be. And it's okay to do that in moderation or healthy doses, or especially if we're leaning on tarot to help us with our own individual growth or life path. That's different. But if it becomes an unhealthy obsession, then there's an issue there. So again, your time would be better served focusing on the manifestation that you want. But this is really good energy for you. If that watching too much tarot thing doesn't apply to you, this is still good energy for you. You're feeling victorious, triumphant. You're taking care of yourself. You're focused on your long-term goals. You're moving towards happiness. You're getting out of a phase or cycle of your life where maybe you felt emotionally depleted or emotionally unappreciated, or you dealt with some type of emotional discontent or maybe even neglect. And it looks like you're forging forward towards your 9 of Cups, however you define it, and you're actively manifesting it. So I would say to keep doing that. And if you're not doing that, that's probably what you should be doing. Okay. Then we have this other entity here. We have this person here. They're a bit of a combative energy. They want to make an offer to you, but they're very much up in their head. Now, this could be someone you argued with. You're expecting an apology. I feel like they do want to come in and apologize. They just don't know how or what to say. If this is a larger conflict, like I think last week's reading maybe had something to do with legal. Like if it's a larger conflict, they do want to resolve it. They do want to negotiate or renegotiate with you. They just don't know what to do. They're stressed. So whether it's a friend, family member, or lover that you had an argument with, and this week you're like, screw that, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm expecting this person to give me, some sort of an apology, but I'm not going to hang around and wait for it. I'm going to take care of myself in the meantime. I do think this person is stressing on how they can offer you that apology. And if it's any other larger scenario, again, like a court thing or mediation, I think this person does want to provide you with a substantial opportunity. to negotiate or rebalance something here. They just seem to be internally conflicted on how to do that. Why is this person Two of Swords? Yeah, they're conflicted. All right, we had a new moon in Libra on 10/21, and the Two of Swords is the moon in Libra astrological placement. So I'm wondering if this all started in the energy of the new moon. Why are they conflicted, though? Regardless of who they are, why are they conflicted? King of Cups, King of Swords, the Sun, bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. I'm asking why they're internally conflicted. They're internally conflicted because they're trying to make this decision based upon their head or their heart. They're not using their intuition. They should be using their intuition. I almost feel like this person knows the right thing to do, or the right words to say, or the right way to resolve the issue. But it's almost like they're ignoring their intuition. So there's something here, maybe pride and ego even getting in the way. Ace of Wands, Knight of Swords, Five of Cups. There's something here about pride and ego, or not wanting to look like the loser, not wanting to look like they were difficult, not wanting to admit that they were difficult. This is like, I got to appear to be in charge. Okay. What else is this internal conflict? There could also be people getting in the way of this. Like for some of you, they could feel like they don't have a direct line to you. They have to go through a friend. They have to go through a family member. They have to go through a lawyer. They have to go through a mediator. There's something here like, I'd like to, again, I feel like that's more, even if this is a friend, family member, or lover that you had an argument with, you might have walked away from them and been like, I'm done. And now they do want to provide you with this apology, but maybe you blocked them or you told them not to contact you anymore. So this could be, I want to offer an apology to Pisces, but I have to go through people. I have to go through their friends or their family members or their parents or something like that in order to try to heal this connection. And for others of you, there could be something larger here at play. And like I said, they have to go through a third-party entity to get to you. Why else is this person conflicted? And for some of you, they know the right thing to do, but there's pride or stubbornness, or they don't want to appear to look like the loser. They don't want to appear to be like they capitulated or that they gave in, especially if it's a masculine. It's very heavy masculine energy here. So they don't want to appear to be like you bullied them or they didn't win. Like this is very much like ego, but unhealthy ego. Very like bravado kind of masculine energy. Only take that if it resonates. Even if it's a feminine, it's just trying to be very hard-lined on this. Why else is this person like this? One more shuffle. Thank you. Six of Swords, Knight of Wands, and Two of Pentacles, because they're inconsistent. They're inconsistent. I want to apologize to Pisces, but I don't know how, or then I have to go through somebody. It's almost like they overcomplicate it. They have the ability to move this along for themselves, for you, for the connection. They kind of get in their own way of doing the right thing. They're erratic. They're inconsistent. They might know the right thing. If this is something larger, like in terms of mediation, we've seen that come up in your readings. And so I'm just recalling that. And if it's like that for some of you, where that story is still like continuing for you, it could be like they know the right thing to do is to pay you X amount of dollars, but they don't have it. They know it's the right thing to do, but they also know they don't have it. And for others of you, they have it, but they feel like it's not right that they have to give it to you, or that they have to bend, or they have to negotiate. They don't want to appear to be weak. And for those of you where that's not your storyline, and this is like someone who wants to apologize, they do want to heal the connection. They do want to move forward. They do want to rebalance or recalibrate the connection. But they go back and forth on how to do it. It's a very stubborn energy and a very prideful, egoic energy. So this week they're in their head, wanting to offer you that Ace of Pentacles, not sure how to do it or what route to take. I feel like you're hooked to this person. I just feel like until this is resolved, there's no way to get this person out of your life. Like this has to be resolved. Especially if it's legal. Like you can't walk away from this. I also think you don't trust this person. I don't know why I just got that. So what exactly is this person doing this week? Because this seems all internal to them. But what are they doing this week? One more shuffle. Thank you. 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, Judgment. Stubborn. Stubborn. So what are they doing this week? They're digging their heels in. They're coming up with some type of apology, offer, opportunity, and they're going to be very very stressed when they present it to you. They don't know if you're going to accept it. But you are receiving communication. There they are, very much up in their head. And then they're just going to wait. They're going to wait to see whether you accept it. Do you accept the apology? Do you accept the offer? Do you accept the opportunity? Do you accept the payout? That's what's happening here. They're overthinking. They're stressed. They're over analyzing how to do this, how to get this to you. What happens if you say no? Stubborn energy, though. Whatever offer they give you, they already feel like they're giving you more than they should be giving you. Even though deep down inside, they know they should give you more, like a bigger apology or a bigger offer or a bigger pay raise, or you know what I mean? They know. Don't think they don't know. Oh, they know. They know. You got the 2 kings there. They know. King of Swords sees things very clearly. They know exactly what you're owed or the depth of the apology, or even if it's a job offer. They know your worth. They know your value. They know the right thing to do. And I think they're going to come in low. I think it's a job offer, but the pay is low. I think it's a settlement offer, but the pay is low. I think it's an apology, but it's not as deep as it could be. Because there's something here about negative pride or negative ego getting in the way for them. But I would expect communication here this week from this person, some type of forward movement. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here for Pisces this week. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice. Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles, and the 4 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups. Oh, wow, baby. Focus on yourself. Continue to nurture yourself. Nurture your connections. Nurture any long-term goals that you have. When you receive this offer or this opportunity from this person, don't be so quick to respond. Once that offer is in hand, you have the apology, you have the offer, you've got the job offer, whatever mediation this is. Like, once you have it in hand, think about it. Don't be so quick to respond or to react, because the King of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, is not someone who reacts. They're very stable. They're very grounded. I have to think about this. I have to think if this serves my best interest or my long-term goals. So there's something like that here about don't be so quick to respond. Take a couple of days if need be, or maybe even a couple of weeks. Again, I don't know who this is to you, but your message here is to just stay very grounded. You can pray. In the 4 of Swords card in your deck, in the stained glass window here, we actually have someone praying. So you can pray for guidance. You can pray for what your next step should be. I definitely would do that. But once this is in hand, the King of Pentacles is actually, unlike the other decks that I have, it's actually holding like a rod. Even though he's got a pentacle in one hand, he's holding a rod. And then we see that Ace of Wands. And that's why I said, like, once it's in your hands, that opportunity or apology or offer, whatever, once it's in hand, then you can decide, is that best for you in the long run? And take all the time you need to contemplate that for yourself. Don't let this person bully you or not, or even just force an apology on you, especially if they did you really dirty. They should be cognizant of the fact of how they wounded you, because you're here in the 9 of Wands. And so if you need a moment to absorb what transpired and process it and accept the apology, they should give you that time. If anything, you should demand it. Like, okay, thank you for the information. Thank you for the apology. Thank you for the offer. I'm going to need a day or two to think about it. And if they're not willing to give you that time, then I would say it's a no. I would say, because they're being irrational. Anyone who says, I'm so sorry I did this to you, can you forgive me? And you say, I don't know, I got to process it. This was very painful for me. I'm going to need some time, maybe a day or two. And if they're like, no, you got to accept the apology now, I would have nothing to do with that person. That's just my own personal opinion, my own advice. But same thing, if this is any kind of offer, even a job offer, no one should put that much pressure on you to respond immediately. So your advice, once it's in hand, take the time you need to think about it. Honestly, I feel like you and this person are hooked. I don't know. There's some soul contract, karmic contract here at play. So it's not like they're going anywhere. I think they're going to wait for your response. They kind of have no choice but to do that. That's what I have for you for the week ahead. Looks like there is an offer opportunity here, and what you choose to do with it will be entirely up to you. That's what I have for you, Pisces, for the week of October 26, 2025. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.